6:50 is the time this Friday in our Sunrise Smart Start. It is here. We're ready for opening day of this year's Lilac Festival.
How could we not be? Talking about so much ahead of you for the next week and a half. Ron Spitzer live from Highland Park with everything you want to get ready and put in the schedule before opening day. Ron.
Guys, I know I've been saying a lot of things are exciting to me. The music is exciting, the food is exciting, and the flowers are exciting. But now we're actually talking food and beverage with Lexi Rivera, who's the head of production. What can people look forward to food and bev-wise?
All of the exciting things. So right behind us, we do have the Zero Proof Social Club presented by Geese and Wines. It's our first ever non-alcoholic experience here at the festival.
And we were talking off camera, and you mentioned that you guys have a lot of local this year. Why was that important to you?
Well, because, I mean, it's Rochester. It's the Lilac Festival. At the end of the day, we always want to support our local community.
And do you have a few examples of what people can find here?
Absolutely. So this year for beverage, we also have the Black Button Bar, which will be activating on the weekends. We also have Rohrbach as well as Casa Larga up at Art in the Park this year too, which we're very excited about.
So, you know, as somebody who works on Lilac Fest, is there still something that you are truly excited about?
We brought so many new things to the table. We are very actually excited for our first ever Mother's Day experiences. So one is a VIP experiences for moms that can enjoy momosas. They get into VIP all day, and they get different spa treatments from Monroe Med Spa and a ton of other things. And we also have a photo package for moms up at Art in the Park and the Flowers as well this year.
Yes, we cannot ignore that it's Mother's Day. So if you're a first-time Lilac Fest goer, what should you do first?
Sniff some lilacs. I would say maybe grab a garbage plate and maybe pop over to the new NA bar that we're very excited about.
Oh, all good Rochester things to do. Thank you so much, guys. Again, there's a lot to do here, so if you plan on coming out, make sure to...
That's okay.
The final tease. There was one more thing we got to do.
You know what? She's busy. She's got to get sipping and sniffing there in the park.
Yep, and she'll be there with us live at noon. I love smell the flowers. And then just a garbage plate right in your face.
I think those are two very conflicting smells.
Clear your palates, I guess, with that one, right? We've got cloudy skies in the Finger Lakes, but a little bit of sunshine if you are looking toward the west there. Temperatures go from the 40s into the low 50s this afternoon. We are outside of an isolated shower, especially east of Rochester. Should be dry. We'll do the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Brendan McHale.
All right, thank you, James. Sunrise traffic here. 8 minutes to go until 7 o'clock Friday morning. We've had a nice commute so far from our Greater Rock Sky Eye. No serious accidents reported at this point. We still have sunrise traffic as you're at home getting ready for the day throughout CBS Mornings every half hour.
Well, this morning, Pope Leo the 14th celebrates his first Mass after taking over from Pope Francis, the late pontiff there. This historic election making the first North American Pope ever.
Leo had his first morning Mass at the Vatican as Pope this morning. The College of Cardinals chose him to lead the Catholic Church and follow after Pope Francis in his social justice-minded footsteps. Leo, born in the Midwest in Chicago as Robert Prevost, he surprised the world yesterday when he emerged as the 267th pontiff, overcoming a traditional resistance for a pope from the U.S. Pope Leo is also a Peruvian citizen, lived for 2 decades there in Peru, first as a missionary and then also as a bishop.
Young Catholics throughout Rochester, they've shared with us their excitement and expectations for this new pope.
We went and heard from many of them over at St. John Fisher, where people there say they're eager to see the impact the pontiff will have on their faith. Being on campus every day, 2 students shared the ways they've seen young Catholics lose touch with their beliefs and tradition, hoping that will change with Pope Leo.
I'm super proud. I think a lot of us are super proud to have an American-born pope.
I think it's really exciting, especially with our generation. Pope Francis did a lot with the younger generation and a lot with service and community and bringing people together. And I think Pope Leo is going to do the same thing and really show a great, appreciation for that and carry it through.
Father George Smith there at campus has a similar outlook, familiar with Pope Leo's experience as a priest in Peru, and expects the newly elected pope to inspire much positive change.
Pope Leo is in his past has been a teacher. He's been the leader of his religious order, the Augustinians, but he's also been, most importantly, a missionary. And so we need new popes to address the needs of the new world that we live in. And so I think we're going to see a Pope that responds in a very particular way to those who are most in need in our society.
Also, now that Leo has given his first blessing, as tradition, we had the formal ceremonial mass, which is essentially an inauguration for the new pontiff.
38 days past the April 1st deadline, but finally, the New York State Legislature has approved the budget totaling $254 billion. While negotiations did take longer than usual, both the Assembly and Senate wrapped up their final votes hours earlier than expected, with the Assembly finishing just before 9:30 last night, followed by applause echoing throughout the Capitol. This budget did include some key victories for Governor Kathy Hochul. As we look through those, reforms to the state's discovery laws, changes to involuntary commitment standards, a bell-to-bell ban on cell phones in schools, and then also a scaled-back inflation rebate program. Also included here were tax cuts for the middle class and tax credits for working families.
And so news here this morning, James, trying to think back, April 1st, the forecast could have probably been like what we got this morning. Chilly,
right.
Some clouds.
Yeah, a little dreary out there for some spots.
Yeah.
So you got sun over Genesee County there. So maybe Genesee Country Village and Museum this weekend. Why not? Saturday looks good, clouds to sun. And then Mother's Day down a bit with temperatures, highs just around 60, but just a surge in numbers there. Monday looks great. Tuesday warm as well, well into the 70s there. You know, I mentioned it earlier. It's one of those sneaky sunburn weekends where by Sunday, if you're out after brunch trying to walk along the Lilacs there, the sun can really burn you with the UV up at 7, but temperatures down, right? So you still kind of need a hoodie.
Yeah.
Listen.
Don't be fooled.
Yeah, pretty dry though. We've been waiting a long time for a weekend like that. Get out and enjoy it. We'll see you back here in 30 minutes.
Have a great day and a great weekend.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.